Guys, Flicks back here with another video. This is actually going to be my first ever tutorial video on how to edit. So today I'm going to show you how to edit a montage in DaVinci Resolve. Alright, so first you just want to open up your DaVinci Resolve. Come over here to your project settings, and I'm going to show you how to put your clips in 1440. So basically you want to scroll up to here, hit custom, change this to 2560. You just want to do 1440. And then change these two to 60 FPS, both of them. And change this one to it's whatever. Doesn't really matter. And then you can change this one to optical flow, so the slow-mo will be a lot smoother. Hit save, and there you go. Hit S to save your project. Yeah, by the way, you will need Sapphire. Basically, yeah, only Sapphire plugins for this tutorial. I'm just gonna show you how to do a basic tutorial. I'm only gonna be using like 2 clips today, so I'm gonna go into here, find our clips. I'm fucking eating his meat, you little bitch. Yeah, that's decent. Alright, so we're gonna be using this song by Ron. We're gonna be using this song Too Dangerous by Ron and Little Story. So basically, you're dragging your song, right? What I'm just gonna do, I like to put it in audio 3, so I can have actually I like to put it in audio 4, I forgot. So I can have different audio, so I can have different sound effects. I just scale this upwards like that, so I have more room to work with down here. So basically, I'm just gonna move down that, and then I'm just gonna find the first beat of the song that I want to use. Alright, so you want to go onto the beat drop, like right there. Zoom in a little bit, make sure you're on it. So like right there, then you're gonna click on the audio, hit forward. Don't hit spacebar like that. Basically, and also I'm gonna sync the transition by going to the extra hi-hat of the beat, or it's just like there'll be, if you listen to it, there'll be like a little hi-hat after the beat, and that's where you want to end your clip to sync the transition. So it'll either be like a clap or a hi-hat. So right there, and then so that's the first beat of the song. I'm gonna drag this down a little bit. I'll do that. Zoom out a little bit. Fade that in. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to on the kill on the clip right here. Click on this. I'm just gonna use the air key to find double tap like what? Use the arrow keys on your keyboard and find where those. Oh, here, I'll zoom in a little bit. Find where these on the first frame, these little red dots show up, and you would find those. Right, and you want to click on your clip and hit M. And then you can hit Control B, which splits the clip, and then hit backspace basically. And that can sort of hit the back end of it, and then you can just drag it to your first marker. Drag this half marker, and then you can just cut it out. There were like some dumbass shit being said in this clip, so I'm just gonna take up the audio. Alright, so there. So now this is just a little too long. Right here. Kind of like this, and then drag this head. Drag this, that's already synced. Fade that in, fade that in, fade that. Yeah, so that's pretty good. That's synced. I'm gonna go here, sync the transition. So that's that. I'm gonna do velocity. So So basically what you're gonna do for velocity, if you still have the audio to your clip, which I don't, you're just gonna come down here, there'll be a link clips one, you're gonna unclick that. So and that, what that'll basically do, it'll unlink the clip from the audio, which means the slow-mo, the timing mapping won't affect the audio and make it sound all weird. So basically, you have your clip selected after you unlink it, and then you're gonna hit Control R on your keyboard, and it'll bring up this little retime menu. It's called Retime Controls. And you're gonna click this little black arrow, hit Add Speed Point. Go back about 40 frames. Count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go back about 40 frames, which is right here. Then add the speed point, add another speed point, and you're gonna go back and you're going to go ahead about 20 frames, so half of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright. Oh shit. Add a speed point, then you're gonna zoom in a little bit. Then you're gonna change this one. The first little section here, change this one to 50. Change this one to 200%, the next one, and then change this one to 50. Bring your playback on top of the marker where this is, and you're gonna click on this on the bottom and drag this back on top of this, and you're gonna overlap this a little bit, like right here. You're gonna overlap it to about like a little bit over, so it just skips over the kill like a tiny bit. It's a good effect, and it makes it. Right, so when you're done, you hit Controller again. The menu goes down. You can zoom out, and this is what it looks like. It's lagging because I didn't put in quarter resolution. Alright. It is basically and slow down again. Alright, so I'm just gonna add in a headshot, like a sound effect, a pump sound effect. Can't talk. Alright, so I have this. I'll have this linked in the description with everything else that I'm using. With everything else, I'll have the Sapphire plugins and that, and linked in the description. So basically, you just want to. I like to put it up to about 9, just to make it a little louder. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna zoom in on this. You're gonna find the loudest point of audio. Over here, I'm on your keyboard on that because we're gonna be using this exact thing again. Take it forward, sync that up. So now you have a effect on your kill. There, it's really nice pump sound effects. And next, I'm gonna be adding bass swoosh, which is basically it adds an impact to the kill that otherwise wouldn't be there. Basically, it makes it sound better. It adds like a swooshing sound effect. So it's right here. I'm gonna drag that, and I like to make this a little bit louder too. Usually about 4.55. And then bring it to the loudest point in this cluster of a little audio. So right here. Then mark it on your keyboard again. So this is also marked, so it is automatically lines up, so you don't have to go through the hassle of it. And it'll sound, and it'll just sound like it's now. Impact to the kill, so it's just not lonely, kind of. Alright, so I'm gonna start adding some effects. So basically, for the first effect, I'm just gonna be adding an adjustment clip. So this is basically how to edit like numby, basically. So I'm just gonna add adjustment clip, line it up with a marker, and then cut it at the end of the clip. You're gonna go into between that, click on the adjustment clip, go to fusion. Then you're gonna, and then I'll have in the and the description this numby type impact right here. You will need Sapphire plugins for it. And you're just gonna go like this, shake, and you're just gonna connect these like these, and then basically you're done. The impact. The impact's already set. It will be laggy. It will be laggy because the impact has a lot of effects on it, but don't worry. Alright, so the impact is done. It's basically just like, it's basically an RGB shake with Y shake and like a little bit of a glint, just to add that little glow pump, and also screen pump on it. So guys, always hit Control S to save it, because you never know when save it every single time you do an effect, because every software is known for crashing, and you don't want your thing crashing every 2 seconds. You don't want you to lose all your work if your shit crashes. Alright, so this is done. That's basically the first clip. I'm just gonna put on my items, which I have in here. By the way, if you want to make any, if you have like an item, right, with all this black around it, basically all you have to do is go down to here, composite mode, next, but right above the opacity, go down, click on composite mode, hit add, and then basically get rid of the black, so it'll look like this. Yeah. Alright. Actually, yeah, I'll show you guys how to do reverse velocity, because that's kind of numby's trademark thing, right? Which means actually I have to get rid of the other. No, actually, I'll just do the next clip. Alright, so that's the first clip done, basically. Don't really need to do anything else. If you want to, actually, you could do an opacity fade out. Yeah, why not? I'll show you how to do an opacity fade out. Alright, so you basically just click on your clip on like the kill. Alright, click on it. Click on your clip right before though. Hit Control B on your clip. That'll split this in half. And you want to go to where, like, wherever you want the opacity, wherever you want the fade out to start. So I want it to start like right here, say. Like right about here. So it's like kind of fast. And I'm gonna click on, I'm gonna keyframe the opacity, which is the composite mode. And I'm gonna keep that at 100. Then I'm gonna go to this frame, right where I cut it. Keyframe this and make it go down to 0. Alright, and basically it'll just, yeah, I'll get rid of the impact right now. Basically it'll go down to like 0%, like fade out, and then it'll burst into the kill. Alright, so that's the first clip done. Let me just get another clip. Alright, that should work. So I'm gonna keep the audio on, so I'm just gonna drag this down. Alright, so I have that down. I'm just gonna go to the same thing, syncing process. I'm just gonna mute these. Alright, so right there. This is where I'm gonna want. These are the beat drop hits. I'm just gonna zoom in to find the hi-hat. It's right here. Alright, now I'm gonna go over here, find the impact. Right there. Click on that, hit M, Control B, delete, gets rid of the back, go forward, sync it up with your first marker. Go over here, Go like that. Zooms out a little bit. Sync up the transition. Alright, that's where it's gonna end. I'm just gonna now if you use a little special trick. So basically, if you do this with your, if you click on your clip or whatever you want, if you click on any file that you've dragged into DaVinci Resolve or pretty much any software, and you hold Alt and you click on it and left click and then you drag it, it basically duplicates it. So basically you can have two and you can just keep copying and pasting it. And so I'm just gonna I'm gonna do that with these two. So basically, yeah, I can also do that with the impact. So I can just drag on this impact right here, turn that down a little bit. Alright, so yeah, here's the link clips one. You just want to hit that. And here, I'm going to actually show you guys how to do reverse velocity. Alright, so this is kind of numby's specialty. First thing, the shotgun comes out. So right here. Yeah, Control B on your keyboard, so it splits that there. And like right here, right about here, right? Where your shotgun's about to shoot your guy, it's supposed to shoot your opponent or your person trying to kill in the game, right? You're gonna hit Control B exactly there again, and basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit the audio too, Control B. You're gonna go like this, Control B to that too, so it saves the audio for this exact thing. You're gonna highlight both those clips, hit link clips. Shorten those down a little bit, bring those over here. Then you're just gonna make. I messed up here. Alright, so you're gonna click on this, hold Alt, drag out, make 3 of these. Alright, and make 1 more of these audios. Like, don't put audio in the middle one because it'll look weird in reverse. You're gonna do that, drag that out. You can left click on this or right click on that and hit change clip speed, and then gonna hit reverse speed change. So now it'll look, now this can get dangerous, yeah. So now that'll have a little reverse velocity. But it's missing some regular velocity too, so I'm gonna drag out that impact a little bit. Zoom in. That's already on link, so there's a Control R. Click that, and basically you're gonna go to the very last screen of this clip. Go 1 frame inward. Click on this little back arrow, add another speed point. Change this to 200%. I'm gonna drag this out a little bit. Change this, add back on to 50. I'm gonna drag this out like that a little bit, so it speeds over top of the clip a little bit. Just add some little extra impact to it, and there we go. That is your reverse velocity. The reverse velocity is a little bit too fast. You can mess around with this. I like mine like right about there is good. Right there's probably good. That's right, there's good. So Control R again, drag on top of drag on your impact, sync up your transition, bam. Alright, so that's the second clip done. Now I'm just gonna add a transition to this clip. So basically, I'm just gonna come in. If you just come here to effects, that's where you get adjustment clips. basically I'm just gonna drag an adjustment clip over top of this to like right here. I'm just gonna drag this down a little bit. It's about right here. I'm gonna cut this about right here. Control B on that. There, and save this part right here. Alright, I'm just gonna go into here, click that. Go into Fusion. Then get the transition preset that I have in the description. It'll be called, it's a swipe right. Where is it? It's right here. That'll be a little blur out curves. Do that. Do that. Basically there, and that'll zoom into the end. Basically, and the way I also always end my montages like this, so basically I'll just go like that and then fade that out so it just sounds better. I see, I'm just gonna go to here, go to the end of the clip, right, the Control B without selecting anything so it cuts all of it. Go right here, select all this, delete. Alright, and I'm just gonna fade that out a little bit. Alright, is that faded in? Yes it is. Okay. If you're basically, if you keep repeating those processes, you can just keep adding the impacts. You don't have to add the fade outs, or you don't have to add the response if you don't want it. But basically, once you're done your montage, you're gonna go to deliver, and you're gonna go to here. You just name it. So I'm just gonna name it test. I'm just gonna browse and put it in the correct folder that you want it to be in. So in here, click on that. Click on your format. Go into MP4. It should say resolution custom 2560 by 1440, 60 FPS, and you want to come down to quality, hit restrict to, double click on that, hit delete, and just hold one till it looks like that, hit enter, and now put in the max frame rate, then hit add to render queue, and then hit render all, and I'll see you guys when this is done rendering. So it's done rendering, so I'm just going to go into the folder, pull it up, and I'll go full screen and I'll show you what this will look like. Alright, so that's like, if you just keep repeating in the montage, it'll look even better than that was. So yeah. So if you guys like this video, feel free to drop it a like, and if you put in the comments if you want more tutorials on how to do more things in DaVinci Resolve or After Effects, and I'll see you guys in the next one.